¿Qué tal amigos de Xbox México? Yo soy Gabo Choc y estamos todavía en el Xbox FanFest 2017 y ahora nos acompaña Mr. FanFest himself.
Oh, thank you.
Chris, why do they call you like that?
Well, I was the guy who actually founded or created the FanFest concept here at Xbox. I had a lot of support within the company to do things with fans several years ago. And so I essentially put together the ideas from lots of different people, presented to our leadership, and went through a couple different rounds. But it was at E3 in 2015 that they said, hey, Chris, would you like to go ahead and really draw this FanFest concept that you had? So worked on the logo, worked on everything from there. Also was launching State of Decay for the Xbox One back then. So I was doing double duty, but the FanFest thing for me was a passion project, was something that I really wanted to do. It was something that I came to Xbox because I felt like they talked to the fans in almost a family style. And I wanted to bring that back to the surface and bring something back to the fans as well, to hear from them as well as give back to them as well. So now we're in our third year here and it's doing great.
Now, you've been all around the world on different events, but what do you think makes the Mexican fan unique?
Well, one, passion. As I said last night during the show, during the preview night, this is the biggest fan fest we have in the world. So that's one. Two, they're some of the loudest fans in the world, and that's great. And the idea of family, familia, is such an ingrained part of the Mexican culture here. It makes so much sense, and so I always like coming to Mexico City Fan Fest for so many reasons because of that. And just watching today, watching the esports and their excitement, their screams, their laughter, their awe to this kind of stuff is what makes FanFest so special and makes a great ending to every year that we do FanFest.
They're as passionate as sports fans, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can see that in Mexican fans in any type of sport they support. So for a FanFest that celebrates them, not us, but celebrates them, is why we do FanFest.
Now, what can we expect for future FanFest? I mean, we have two so far.
Yep.
They were both successful. But what would you like to add for future FanFest?
Well, now you're dipping into the creative mindset that we're getting there. I can't reveal too much because right after this, we start thinking about next year. And I think as we talk about FanFest and how we evolve that, certainly it's expanding around the world more. We had 7 FanFests this year. The last year we had 4, so we are growing slowly and surely all around the world. And I'd like to see more FanFests because we have fans now in every part of the world are going.
Now, we already talked about their job, but how's Chris as a fan? What do you like to play?
Oh gosh, it was a tough question because I didn't know where to start this yesterday. I used to work on the Halo franchise, so Halo has always been a very near and dear franchise to me. It was why it got onto Xbox, the OG Xbox, I like to play Halo. I was a big Aliens fan, the big movie, years before, and I never saw a game that was able to deliver that type of experience like I watched in that movie. So for me, that was it. I held work on Halo 4, Halo Spartan Assault. So for me, that's the big franchise. But other games I've been in the industry for 16 years, so I've been very lucky to work on Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed for me is one of my all-time favorite franchises. I love The Witcher 3, love Rocket League and FIFA because they're combination. They're basically the same thing. So I get equally frustrated and excited about those things.
Any last message for all the fans here in Mexico?
Well, we absolutely love seeing thousands of you come here every single year for Xbox Fan Fest. It is fantastic to see the passion here. We love seeing you. We love throwing this event for you. We'd love to see more of you come next year.
Thanks so much for talking to us.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Pues muchas gracias por haber visto el video. Amigos, recuerden que si quieren tener la cobertura total del FanFest 2017, lo pueden checar en nuestro canal de YouTube, que es YouTube /Xbox México.